That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Manziel. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Flying in for the tackle was Paul Krause that time. Here's Manziel. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On is the punter, Scott, here as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Throwing Nix. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Emmett. Shifts past him at the 45. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, well, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, mine's too high, Emmitt Smith.
You're kidding.
How can you rate Emmitt Smith too high? That's the question.
Boy, talk about humble. That's taking modesty to a new level.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now it's Nix. Pressure comes, and down he goes. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw is Nix.
Being chased out left.
He's going to look downfield for Henry.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On play action, here's Nix.
They'll roll him out right.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
Rolling to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Bo Nix.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. Back to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and 1.
Innovative energy is contagious. Pick up the paces, one for the ages. Ain't no debating. We gonna make it.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from Atlanta.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They're going to try and throw.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you can ask for in this one because
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago, and we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these 2 teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. And his first pass falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And working a couple yards past the line. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here's the snap on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So this one will not get it done.
I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say, okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout. Get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat. I had to scoot her. She was at her knees. I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. I ain't on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the I cheat. I put the girl in the top teeth. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my op always watching. I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say, okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout. Get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat. I had to scoot her. She was at her knees. I had to boot her.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple of decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go. What a return to get this game started. What a beginning. But where is the coverage team? And now you got to wonder, how's this going to change the way you script this opening drive?
On first down, they'll run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Another carry for him. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and 13.
Third and long, Young. Getting out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Offense staying out here. It's 4th and 11. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That big 4th down.
First quarter with no score.
Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. 1 yard on the run. It's going to be 4th and 10. Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. Finds a man right side. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 43. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, look at this, here he goes. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Escapes the pocket. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they're gonna have to figure out this 3rd down. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 48. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. He's going to throw this one. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Back now, pressure on its way. Flush down now to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That one ends up a gain of 6, and it'll give him a 1st down. Pass play coming here. Brought in by Vele. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Completed over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown. These guys take the lead right away in half number 2. Cam Little to try the extra point. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send in flight. Here's Smith on the return. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. He's going deep this time. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw it. Getting out to his left. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run.
Oh, he lost the football! Steelers have it, headed the other way! Into the red zone. And Pittsburgh's gonna take this back for the touchdown! The Steelers come through to tie it in the fourth. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
They're gonna try and run for it. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And it's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. It connects on the deep shot. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll try and throw it here. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, that's one you watch the next day, Kate, and you're just bummed. As a QB, you're a perfectionist. And when it's caught but out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little bit more accurate on your end.
He's back to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He'll throw it. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. And the Steelers have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Throwing now. Rolling left, buying some time. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He's got it to his running back. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Well, I think we could all tell, Brock, when they saw that flag, they knew exactly what was coming.
Yeah, and unlike those wrestlers I watched growing up who could hide under the ring and just get away from everybody, there's no hiding now. All eyes on him.
Running it after the penalty. Jukes out a one-stop. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in a tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Can't, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gon' do? 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 I'm finna. What you gon' do? I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, I flow elevator, we facing my brad. How you want deposit the memo of cash? Red like yellow, like green, like gold. The events, I take the bank home, but I won't keep quiet. I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend called, want me alone. Let my just be your home, and I blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. Hurt. All in your brain. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 What you gon' do?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Young wasting no time, right to the air. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Kenny Clark, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Here's Steve Young. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
Now looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack, and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard.
Tripping off grades, I just be making up different reasons for my way I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you less money or prize. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I just need another reason for a sickle. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump, cause he got no. Homie say
tight, Gohan. We're coming.
Earth's Dream Team to the rescue.
His tail's probably his weak point. If we can squeeze his tail, he should be vulnerable. That's what happened whenever mine got grabbed.
How are we supposed to grab his tail?
So, what have you been up to since the World Tournament, Piccolo?
And what's it to you?
It's just that it seems like you've gotten stronger since then is all.
I've been training non-stop in order to defeat you. I never imagined I'd have to stoop so low as to work together with you. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's do this!
Here goes!
So that's all, huh?
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. Might cause some trouble. All right. Let's do this!
That's all, huh?
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
I'll make quick work of you. This'll end it! Don't kid yourself, you could never beat me.
Man, this village is tiny. Yeah! Woo! There he is! Look!
Time to land.
I'm pumped up and ready to go! Huh? What's this? A power level of 710. Where the...
Down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention...
On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up, like, ooh, I gotta, and yeah, met her uptown, but she from the...
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up. Line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. 5
yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
12 yards is the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the punt team is out there. It's not 3rd down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he will not get the first, but since they bizarrely went for it on 3rd down, it'll now set up a 4th down situation.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams. For that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Oh, it's a wobbler. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Jackson, options out left. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams 15. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he is not.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the business, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth, but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the business, I'm a diamond and to run it. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. Birthday, got another hit, no flinching, and tell them send a watch that I can fit both friends. She on the class trying to get a nigga. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't trying to let her down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese for the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City.
Fighting his way through contact.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty. the drive.
Cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
Going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's Herbert. A short pass taken in by Gronk. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. Oh, what a mess here. It is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Oh, and they brought the heat trying to block the punt. But without the open target he was relying on, the punter turned quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball. That pressure helped create a sense of panic and led to a throw right towards that defender.
Here's Young now to throw right away. Now he'll run. That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Little's kick is good. And his guys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Herbert. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw is Herbert. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Third and 5. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now Herbert again. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. Over the middle, that's Gronk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now he'll run it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. Missed the extra point. And this is going to stay a 3-point game. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll go play action with Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
That's going to be intercepted. And now, after the pick six, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Young to throw on first down. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. On first down is Young. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right,
and they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll go. Young. Open man, right side. He's got it. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. That one secured by the tight end Bates.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the shotgun, Young. This is caught at the 2. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. From the gun, it's Young. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up second and goal. Young. That is caught. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans.
Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys in the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
On second down, Young. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case.
That ultra ground move, riding in the year, not used. Tighten up, you a lose. I approve. I fed, I stamped and approved. Straight ultra ground make all your haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list.
7. Young wasting no time, right to the air.
Dancing to his left. And his first look is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
Room here to run. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Young will set to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give up what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. Beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my man's a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing, I'm out. I get till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt. So she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in a.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons.
So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Young. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's the NFL interception king, Paul Krause. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Well, that's certainly not...
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in France. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand. Sun, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come for free. 100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this bed. 100 racks.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia.
So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. He runs with it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and
he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big...
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
He'll return it from the 11. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. This one's going to be taken in over the middle.